Welcome, everybody. My name's Tammy. We're starting right on time. I could have been a school bus driver. I always try to stay on time. My name's Tammy again, and I'm the Fearless Mama. I got that nickname, I don't know, probably in 2018, 2019. And I had shared my story with one of my mentors, and he said, "Wow, you're really just fearless." I said, kind of fearless and kind of unstoppable. But I'm also kind of one of those people where I don't like lack of money. I don't like lack of, things in my life. So I said the reason why I kept going after I lost all my homes to foreclosure, and yes, I did. My husband and I actually worked ourselves up to where we're at now. My story is a very humble story. My beginnings is literally I was raised on a farm. If anyone on here is a farmer, I totally get you because we're hardworking people, blue collar, right? And so a lot of this business stuff was brand new to me until I met my husband when I was 20. And he said to me, he said, "Tammy, you know what? You're going to be able to work with me and we're going to do some real estate." So we did that. We got into real estate. Actually, that was one of our first businesses. But did you know what our first business was when I met Bob when I was 20? If anyone remembers that of my story, I've shared it before. If anyone remembers my very first business that I launched, and it was not an internet business because back then we didn't have a Zoom, we didn't have any of that. So you can type it in here. Chris is very close. So Chris, that's a GFF. Yep, Valerie, you got it. You got 100 clicks on me. So free. So carpet cleaning business is what we did. And again, remember tonight you get prizes. You get clicks to your website and sometimes cash prizes. So stick around to the end. But I just wanted to tell people that, you know what, it was really foreign to me when I came online 12 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Deer in the headlights, I had no idea how to even drive traffic or how to get anyone to my website. It just was literally very cumbersome to me because I was so used to belly to belly. I was used to talking to people in front of people. In fact, we even launched two carpet or not carpet clean. Well, we had two carpet cleaning businesses, but guess what we did in our 40s? Does anyone remember what Bob and I tried in our 40s? And I think Marybeth's going to type in there. We had restaurants. Yep, Marybeth, you're right. So Marybeth gets 100 clicks here to her website. And by the way, she's a good friend of mine. We met actually about a decade ago, so about 10 years ago. So we've been doing this for a long time, and so I have to dye my hair, because otherwise it's gray. But anyway, I'm kind of goofy tonight, but I just wanted to share my story a little bit because I want a lot of people here to know that, you know what, now is the time to start though. Because I'm telling you, if I had the knowledge back then, what I know now, what's that saying? Then I would be like literally probably, tens of thousands of people. But don't worry, I've taught thousands of people how to actually market online. I've had my first product was the Fearless Mama, and now we're here with Get Fearless Freedom. But the first product I ever launched was about 3,500 people. So we have thousands of people in our community. This is only just a little screenshot snippet of what we've brought in since we relaunched in 2023. The reason why we are really kind of growing at a rapid pace is because, well, number one, it's simple, okay? And I did a little document. I shared it with some of my inner circle folks on Facebook today. And I said, there's really only like 4 T's that people ask when they call into the callback hotline. And they usually always say, "Hey, how much time do I need to invest?" So tonight is an optional, right, exposure, or it's another optional part of the process, as they call it, a sales process. So how much time do I need to invest? How much training do I need to do? And how much techiness, right? And the traffic, where's the traffic? So as you can see, all these people jumping on here tonight, we know what we're doing because it's a duplicatable system, and I actually email your leads. So who else got an email on here besides Fernand and everybody, right? Who else got an email here that reminded them for the Zoom tonight? A lot, right? A lot of people. So that's one part of the process. So you can text people, you can email them, you can message them, and just to get them onto a Zoom tonight and to learn how to earn 200, 500, 1,000, and 2,000. Why did I want a simple comp plan? Well, I was sick and tired of always trying to memorize those network marketing ones, and it got me really, really kind of confused. So I just wanted something super, super simple, okay? So whatever level you come in at, join at with Get Fearless Freedom here tonight is the level you make money at. And I changed that. And the original comp plan was, okay, it's going to go past you, but not now. If you're at 200, 500,000 and someone comes in at 2,000, you actually make that portion of the sale. I think that's incredible. I don't know about anybody else, but hey, I was like, man, I wish someone would have done that because I would always have to pass my sales, to other people. And it was kind of frustrating. And I just want to make sure who that was here on tonight. We got a lot of people on. If you can just stay muted, that'd be great. So Rob's going to go in detail here tonight about what products we have, which is digital products, but now we've added on a physical product. And so if you join here tonight and you want to take advantage of the bonus, my son has been setting so many people up. We've done dozens and dozens of laptops now, Rob, because people want simple. They want it literally shipped to them. They want it in a like a business in a box, literally. There you go. Dave's got one right there. He's holding it up. Anyone that's on here, unless you're on your laptop, of course you can't hold it up, but if you got a laptop and you got it shipped out, you can hold it up. I know Kat, she got one. Julie got one. Valerie got one. I'm just scanning through here. A lot of people got the laptops. So that's really, really exciting to have the laptop. But you know what? I wanted to be different because there's a lot of digital marketing companies out there, right? But we wanted people to really have something tangible. And that's the other part about Get Fearless Freedom is that, my family and I, we've been in this industry for over a decade. And I say my family and I because I had to have support. I had to have support from my husband. I had to have support from my son, which is now working with me full time, right? And then I had to have my support of my daughter because if I had to take a phone call or close a sale, and I've had to do it several times since we've relaunched in 2023, they're understanding of it. Hey, mom, yeah, you go get them. You go get that sale, right? So when you're self-employed and you want to make a living for yourself, right, then you have to sacrifice some things. So I really do appreciate my family. I appreciate my friends. I appreciate all the time that you guys have taken to be here tonight. So I just kind of wanted to say, oh, and Valerie's on hers right now, so she can't hold it up. But I just want to say that, we're creating a movement here. I don't know if anyone watches the news, like the markets I'm talking about news, but what was today was like a Black Monday. And it didn't affect my family because we don't do trading and all that, right? So it within the 500 level will show you actually what we do as a family and how we're able to take some of the money that we make online and then turn it into profits offline. That's actually part of Get Fearless Freedom. So gold, silver, things like that, it's never going to go away, right? It's God's money. Study Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, if anyone knows him. So, these are years and years of things that we've accumulated and knowledge that we've accumulated throughout the years that we're now here teaching this generation, but also the next generation, because Charlotte Fay is now 5 weeks old. Do you guys believe it? 5 weeks. I mean, like this week, Thursday, she's gonna be 6. I get to see her on Thursday. I'm so excited. And that's my new why, is because I have another generation. I've taught my son, I've taught my daughter, I've taught them to go out into this world, but now I get to teach my granddaughter. And that is so amazing. I can't believe I'm a grandma. Anyway, so Rob's going to do the presentation. Kick back, drink your coffee, but make sure you pay attention because Rob has some really good stuff to share with everybody tonight. And thank you so much. I appreciate it, Amelia. Yeah, I'm a grandma now. So if anyone understands that feeling, it's really strange. I was really, really blessed to be able to take almost all of March off. And my community, Kat, did the overviews. Marybeth did the overviews. And I just appreciate you guys, you gals, so much. I really do. So much support here. It's just been amazing. So anyway, Rob, I'll let you go ahead and take over. And we're going to get started officially.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Mom, for talking and introducing our lovely, our freedom train here, right? So a lot of people are on tonight, and what does that mean? It means that I'm going to perform well because the higher the count, as everyone knows that is a member, I really get very happy in front of the camera. And you're going to see actually recently what I've been doing also behind the scenes. So I love the camera. Camera is my thing. And this is going to be a very good Zoom, a webinar. It's going to be live, of course. Hello, of course. It's obviously April 7th. It's 2025. Like, wow, this is crazy. 2025. And what I say with that is just to think that people that were 25 years old in the year 2000, now they're 50. So time is not obviously slowing down. My mom, she's a grandma now. She doesn't like to be called fearless. She don't like to be called grandma, but she's gammy or what is it, mom?
Yeah, Gammy. I'm
It's
like, yeah, because I'm like, that's Gamma or Gammy, something to that effect, but not a
right.
Nana or nothing like that, because that one's taken.
Certainly, yeah. And so time isn't obviously, pausing. It's not slowing down. And also bills aren't slowing down, right? The amount of money that we have to make nowadays in 2025, it's staggering. It's insane. But what I'm going to show you, and I'm about to bring you on the journey here, is a lights, camera, action moment. And, the thing is, what I always say, hold on here. Let me just make sure I can do this. Okay, new little setup I got here going. But thank you for attending tonight, right? This is a great gratitude I want to share with you guys. It's very great to have everyone on as a replay, as a live, anyone tuning in on YouTube, anyone tuning on, on Facebook, you name it. We want to thank you. So you want to get back to your referring partner today. So what Give Fearless Freedom, what's really amazing about Give Fearless Freedom is we base it on, wherever you heard it from, you're going to get right back to them. Okay. So this is a really great home-based business opportunity that they are going to get back to you. So if you invite them on this Zoom, they're going to get right back to you. They're not going to get back to me, not going to get back to mom or Shannon or Kelvin or who. They're all going to get back to individually who invited them. So you want to keep till the end. This is one thing a lot of webinars and Zooms and different presentations talk about stay till the end. Well, we actually mean it because this is well worth your time and this is what we have for you guys. Rules of the house, of course, just stay respectful. Of course, if you have questions, you can always raise your hand and then we're able to answer them. And you want to focus on your growth as a human being, right? We're focusing and avoiding negative and unproductive statements. We're always focusing on the future going forward, right? And always definitely keep muted because if you unmute yourself, I actually have a fun game where I get to call you out and say, hey, Amelia just unmuted. Hello. And so it's a real embarrassing moment, and we don't want that on camera, right? So we want to mitigate distractions, right? Because distractions, I mean, I have distractions all around me, right? I have my phone, I have my Apple Watch, I have my other Mac behind me. I have a lot of distractions, but I'm in right here in front of the camera. So that's what we got. What is in it for you? Well, humans are very selfish, right? Unfortunately, we are. We go to a car repair place to get our car repaired. We go to a restaurant to fill our tummies, right? We are selfish creatures by nature, and it's not what the products are about to do or what we have, it's what they can do for you, right? And so with Give Fearless Freedom, we said, how can we take digital marketing, which may be new to some of you? Some of you guys, I've had a lot of feedback, just some of my newer marketing styles. They said, but Robert, I don't know what this is. Like, what is this to the space? Like, what is this? So we're gonna take you on that journey. You're gonna, by the end, like say, whoa, this is a light bulb moment. So yes, there's digital marketing, but how are those sales closed for you, right? And so sales are actually very important when they're closed properly, right? And a seven-figure earner like my mom, she's actually able, Mary Quarters, if you could please keep muted, that'd be awesome. Thank you. So, the seven-figure earning, dream lifestyle, we all want that, right? We all want that lifestyle. We want that simplicity of a system that's going to take us there. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people say, okay, I'm obviously here for a reason. We're here to make money, but there's choices, right? And it's a break it down to two simple choice and paths. We either become broke, which is it's very hard. It's hard to be a person, it's very hard. When you don't have any money in the bank, that is not good. But when also knowing to get rich is also a journey, right? It's a journey when you're first starting out. We want to make a system for you, and we have a system for you to plug in what already works in 2025. So that's why you got to choose your journey tonight. So if you're on the Zoom and say, look, I'm broke right now and I know it's hard, I can't stand it, but also know that if you are going to take the path what we have, getting rich can also be simplified, actually. So it's kind of cool. And we have something hot for you tonight. We could have easily created a cash gifting program. See, a lot of people say, but what is Give Fearless Freedom? Well, we could have easily had a cash gifting program, meaning that Shannon's going to give me $1,000 and that's it, and I run and I'm gone. That's not the case because we have to be in compliance. We have to be in where we actually feel good in our hearts what we're giving you. So we have products that actually you can resell. So what is it? Well, we broke it down to a system that's already there. We built this from the ground up. We have education in the space of what we have, what you're going to learn tonight. We have coaching available. My mom, the seven-figure earning coaching she does is absolutely over the top. It's insane. And you're learning tonight in this industry what the top sponsors are not going to tell you. So the thing is, a lot of top sponsors, you see them on the internet, you see the gurus, but they're not actually showing you and leading you to the path of success. And so we've created a recession-based proof business. And guess what? We don't have to have the markets like this, okay? We don't have to be in the markets of what's going on. The stock market, right? I mean, look at the volatility of the stock market alone. And the good news is this is not an MLM. So you don't have to bother your friends and family of the newest health products out there. It's also not a network marketing program, although some people like to network market and do the belly to belly stuff. We don't do that because it's all about marketing what we have, and you're going to see what we do. And the good news is there's no tariffs on these products. There's none at all. And so we actually don't get political at all. Never have. What we say is the trend is here. We're going to tell you the good news is there's no taxation on these levels. So the perfect business is here. Yes, truly. And it simply comes down to this. If you can advertise a website, our system, if you actually can take what we have and advertise it and take the time, which you're going to learn is very, very small on what we do, Mom and I. And we are simply advertising a website into a plug and play money system. Super freaking cool. We cover the four things that people most likely say in their mind. They're right now thinking, can I do it? That's all they're asking. They're not asking, okay, what's this product? What's that? What are they? How many years in the industry? It's, can I do it? And that's why we have all of it right here. So, Get Fearless Freedom, here we are. My mom and I, we came up with this together. We were at a casino one night, and I was out with my folks, and I said, Mom, we got to come up with something that is in the industry of what you've always loved and known. But how can we take all that garbage, the hype, the rah-rah, the cheering, the zooms, the people doing backflips, and then what happens is you get down to the meat and potatoes and the vegetables, and nothing, it's all fluff. And so mom said that get rich systems gotta go because we know everything in life has some sort of elbow grease to it. So we wanted to mitigate that, but we know that you're going to enjoy this system. So just like anything, we do have earnings disclaimers, okay? This is always going to be based on your background, your dedication, your desire, your motivation. I actually got into Planet Fitness. I got a Planet Fitness membership. A lot of my local friends, even in Arizona, they're actually on the Zoom. Hey, Shannon, so good to have you. But she remembers my transformation, okay? One of my great friends I got to meet in real life. And so we're gonna go meet up for coffee as well, about Get Fearless. It's so cool having her on. But this is the thing, is you don't get where you get without some little bit of effort. And that's right there, guys, what we want to always cover, of course. So 6 years strong, here we go. System founded 2019. We give you the ads, which is so freaking cool because if you are going to market, you are going to get in a digital, system. You want to have the ads that actually convert, the ads that bring people on these Zooms like you're seeing. You want to see, hey, maybe instead of that grinding the gears and going on Facebook and messaging people, hey there, Tim, so I just lost like 20 pounds and yeah, so please here's my link. So no, we don't want that, right? We want to make money now. Guys, you're gonna understand where my personality comes because you're gonna see this is where my total freedom has now being transferred, and you guys are gonna see what I'm all about and what my mom is all about. So
Let me
we
just say
created,
something really funny too. We were talking about this earlier too, Rob. I was like, remember back in the day when I first started, I was like, oh, we're gonna make so much money because of, because the product, everybody wants this product. They want to become healthy and this and that and the other thing. And then we just sat there and we're like, we took action, but we're just like, oh my gosh, for $1,000, it took us what, 6 months?
it
So
was
that
insane.
slide right there is one of the slides that we came up with. And the reason why I have to laugh, it's kind of like I'd rather laugh than cry. But so many people, and I love what you just said, you can, hey, I just lost 20 pounds. So now I'm gonna, share it with the world. But then it's crickets because
Yep.
they're not getting
Absolutely.
paid what they're worth. They're
No,
not
they're not
getting paid
getting
what
paid
they
what they're
deserve.
worth. No, that's the full truth is they just aren't. And
Right.
when we've created we see these people, they're on the team, I'm on the team, I'm on the blue team, I'm on the red team, but what they're not really getting into is a community, right? A community that
Right.
actually will set them up, get them going into this space. And so that's why we built this core, these principles of values right here, the freedom and automation. So Get Fearless Freedom, success stories. Of course, you can always see the testimonials that are updated on our website, but the results are amazing. And guys, you want to buckle in, strap in. We're going to go to Mars because $5,000 days my mom has had, it's actually insane. So, just the over and overall results of people coming in. We have our Facebook group here, the results of people that are getting in, plugging in. And Mary Beth right here, she can wave you guys, or maybe she's on camera, I believe. She can just wave. Hello. She's awesome. She's had $5,000 days because she's plugging into what we have and sharing what the system is, right? Welcome, Bob. He's on right here. It's amazing. Just some of the people that have recently just got in. Darvell, one of my good buddies, actually. I really became good friends with him. And he actually turned around, started sharing it. And obviously, in his audience, they said, wow, this is awesome. So he made that $2,000 sale. And right here, $2,000 sale. We have my mom here, George, $1,000 sale. Kat with her new her new lady here, Lakeitha, I believe that's yes. She also $500 for Kat, pretty amazing. And of course, just the results are Fearless Leader Cat, $500 again right there. And just the people over and over and over again. Just here, Dave, he can wave to you guys $2,000. He also took advantage of our bonuses as well. And there's Carrie, my 500. We have Doctor, our $2,000 sale mom there. Carl, it's so awesome. So people join in where they fit in. We have our
Two
amazing
doctors on.
Christina.
I have actually two doctors on. Yep.
Oh, that's
Love it.
awesome. Very
Yes.
nice. Yeah. Christina, we have here. She made a sale here. She made multiple sales, but I like to highlight just some of the great top success that she's had. Fearless Tony right there. And just these are, again, our group. So you can see in our Facebook group just some of the testimonies. So, what's the main consensus of everything? Well, we want you to become free today, right? Because you want to leverage off of what we have and so for things to change, right, because we want that, right, we have to break it down to these four quadrants. So, the main thing is people don't want to be a number. When they're in Get Fearless Freedom and they join, they want to matter, right? They want to actually feel like when they get in, and you can have Jackie in the comments, she can tell you, you can have Lakeitha, you can have all these great people in here. Kelvin, he can explain how I got him going with the done for you setups. All of these people can start commenting. You guys can see I actually do all this. I do the setups. I make sure that the system is white glove service. So, when you do join an opportunity, you don't want to feel like this. Personally, I love being the guy on the stage. I don't mind that. A lot of people have stage fright. I don't care. It's just people. They have to go to bed anyway and go back in their car and go to the soccer game tomorrow. They don't care about you because really what it comes down to is you are on your own journey. You are here for success, right? And so with tools and digital marketing, that's where it can make you a fortune, right? By reselling what we have, the MRR, the master resell rights. So, a little bit of history here, but the evolution of digital marketing. Here's the thing, guys, right? Digital marketing is like you see it everywhere, but the system wasn't there, right? So the marketing was there, but the system that's got it all combined together, it's finally here. So that's why we said, Mom and I in 2019, and of course, improvements along the way, we said with the digital marketing revolution, we got to break people out of this. We do not like this website. I don't like it. It's obviously good for certain, things. People have to obviously find jobs. They have to get what they feel. But you know what? Everyone is worth $2,000. You are worth making $2,000 over and over and over again. $500, 1,000. So we want to play that reverse Uno. We're swapping it around and we're going to have you guys the winners in the boxing ring. So the digital marketing revolution obviously begins tonight. So we're gonna make some money, right? I mean, I'm happy with that. I like money, right? It's a great tool. So we have to ask ourselves, with this system, and you're gonna learn, again, you saw we could have easily made it a cash gifting business. We easily could, where there was no products, nothing in it, no call, no sales closing, no social media images done for you, no system, just simply here's 500, here's take 500. Could have done that easily. See, a lot of people are actually thinking that. They think that. They're like, they want the product, but they don't want the product. They want the money. They want the money. They don't want the product. I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it? So we wanted to break it down to this. We said, if we can ask yourself, if we can do all of this for you, and you guys are the people that post the ads and actually get them through the system, which is amazing because you never have to ship a thing. They're all digital. And the gold rush, we want to take a time machine back to this era. And you're going to have a light bulb moment and a moments in time here very quickly and soon because you're going to say, Rob, that's great you are saying all of this. But what does this apply to 2025? Why does this matter? Why does this system matter? You'll see. Because in the gold rush, this is the people that made the money. The shovels, the tents, the blue jeans, the people, that is the money. Now, I can just imagine this when back in during the gold rush and the silver rush, the copper rush, I can just hear this and it goes as B. Okay, you got Jennifer, she goes, listen here, Joe, there is no way that you're going to be going out there and making some money. And so he's like, listen here, Jennifer, I totally know what I'm doing, honey. I'm going to get the gold. And then they're going back and forth and they're having an argument going on. And here's the thing. Who is right in that case? Well, the wife is right. Of course, guys. Of course, I know that. Of course, I know that. The wife is always right. So, this is why we have to be the people that sell the picks and tools because we want to prove the marketplace correct. We want to prove it that we are the ones to help anyone in any business. And so the problem is we have this massive wall of ego, right? And our egos are not our amigos at all. So the thing is our mindset blocks us and controls us from actually tapping into a money system like this. And that's why we dissolve that tonight. We're into this right here. And so the thing is, we found Mom and I, when we began in 2019, we found, okay, Obviously, people need tools, picks, shovels for what is online in the modern age, right? We want to find the problem and solve it. And where you make the most money is actually not in the next hype program, the next rah-rah. It's actually in the tools, picks, and shovels of what you can help people. See the difference in paradigm we did? We're helping people rather looking at them than a number. This is the difference between Get Fearless Freedom. I've shown you the results of what people do in selling the system. However, there's literally tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands throughout the years that have branched out, that have used us, actually our system, for their opportunities. See what I'm saying? You can see the results people are always looking for. It's like a minnow. I gotta eat that so I become a bigger fish. And then it's just greed factors that get in the mind when we don't look at the human solving issue. Where are we helping people, not making it a money sign out of people? So my mom came along and said, okay, with the mentorship that she's grown and known, and she's had this gorgeous, amazing foundation of my father and I, and what they've done is actually incredible. Okay. This is not the typical slides that we go through. I want to break this down of what the foundation of what you're getting into tonight, because their expertise in their mortgage, their finance, their real estate, and over 300 plus homes they saved, people's actual homes. I literally watched it growing up, by the way. I watched my own dad actually have women, men, literally like tough, burly, like I'm gonna go to the gym every day, bawling because my dad saved their house. This is what the foundation
This is true.
of
That's very
business.
true. You're
This
about
is
11 years old.
Yes,
Watch
11.
that.
I was like I really, really grabbed the concept of entrepreneurship very young
Yes, you did.
because of that. So, Mom, if you want to just kind of talk on what we do as a family right here and why we built this foundation for them.
Yeah, I tell a lot of people too when I'm talking to them on the phone, I say, when I was growing up, money was kind of like a taboo subject to talk about. So I decided that when I had kids and grandkids now that you really should talk about money because money is not, it's a tool. It's a tool to get you from one place to the next. And, growing up, when I was a kid and stuff like that, I wanted to be like maybe a counselor or something like
Yeah.
that in some way to help people. But then when my husband came along and he had the finance knowledge, I said, okay, I'm going to piggyback off of his knowledge. So then it just kind of like, transpired to where I helped him market his mortgage broker business. And then I said, hey, a lead is a lead and a person is a person, right? We're all just the same. Really, we just all want to make a decent living for our family. So I feel like a lot of that experience that I went through in the past has then helped me kind of get people unstuck in the
Yeah.
present. And like what you said, Rob, I mean, we're all here to just have that time freedom, but how do you get it? Like I'd go to all these events and stuff like that. And of course that looks great, but I had a lot of events and a lot of years to where, and I've done 4 events in this niche actually, but I've had those years, those blood, sweat, and tears years of trying to figure out, okay, well, what makes people tick? And the bottom line is that they just really want to be connected with like-minded people. And so when we launched Get Fearless Freedom, in 2019, we've helped just thousands of people to realize that they can work from the comfort of their home like I do, and to be able to travel around. But I think it really just comes down to the fact of where did I come from? And if you're sitting there listening tonight, like what do you want to do? It's usually if you're on the Zoom, it means you want to help people because that's what it is. It's a people business, and we're sharing the vision of how to become fearless and free through this platform. So it's a evergreen platform. Yes, there's a lot of things that still work, time tested. Marketing strategies, solo ads, Facebook posts, YouTube videos, TikTok, postcards, magazine ads, all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, we're all collectively here tonight because we want to change our lives and we want to change our lives for our family because that's what it comes right down to. So that was a picture of Amanda right before she had Charlotte. And we were able to take off if she wasn't feeling well, and she wasn't feeling well. Okay. Let me say something. Charlotte was 9 pounds, 6 ounces. Okay. So I was a little concerned and worried. I was like, you know what? Let's just get together today. You're not feeling well. And did I have to say something to my boss? Did I have to say, you know what? I need time off? No. No, I haven't had a boss for 37 years. I don't know what it's like to have a boss. And I get the fact that you got to have a boss or you need to have a boss, but you know what? I just burned my bridges behind me. And I just knew that if I was successful offline and I was able to build my real estate business with my husband, then I knew I could build a business online. Does that make sense? I believed in myself. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself here sitting here tonight. I do. I believe that every single person on this Zoom has the capability of just moving mountains, the mountains you see behind us here. We live in a beautiful, beautiful area. And I took my family, I took them from New York, Western New York, upstate New York, if some people want to call it that, and I moved them all out west, and I said, let's start a brand new life. And that was in 2006, after we lost all of our homes to foreclosure and our two Mexican restaurants that we owned. So, yes, you can start over. You can begin over if you're starting from scratch. You can begin over, you can start where you are, and then you can build upon where you want to go with Get Fearless Freedom. So I went on a little tangent
Absolutely.
there, but I want people to know that my son's been working with me for years, not just in the digital space, but he listened to me. He listened to his dad and I, and to listen to say, hey, you don't have to go to that college route. Like Dave said the other day, kids nowadays are indoctrinated. You should go to college. You should do this and do that. Not me. I didn't tell my kids that because I didn't want them to go into debt. There's other ways that you can actually earn money and really make a really great living, which is digital marketing, online marketing. And it's done really, really well for our family. So the money wasn't always easy. Yeah, you're right. Making money. I mean, the first 2 years I stumbled around. I didn't know what I was doing. And that's the best part about being and plugging into a community. You can literally, people are so spoiled now by me. I can literally say, hey, I'm going to send 200 clicks. They don't even have to know or research where they're coming from. I know the exact vendors that have the great traffic. That's the best part about me, you know? So I can't wait till tomorrow night. Tuesday night's the training night when we make sure everybody's all set up and plugged in and start their traffic for the week. But
Absolutely, Mom. Yeah, it was such an eye-opening experience to work a 9 to 5 before
yeah,
I really worked with you.
I wanted you to.
You
Yeah,
know,
I wanted you to
yeah.
experience that.
Yeah, so this
Sure.
was me in 2017. I was working Verizon corporate and
And
I was just back and forth. I thought I was actually, one of my biggest goals was I found out that when you do want something, you actually can get it either a 9 to 5. If you really want something, a lot of people do want to work their dream career, they think, or 9 to 5. Some people do have that. And
Sure.
actually, I was working at Sprint before they got bought out by T-Mobile. And I remember it was so hard for me selling Sprint because their service was absolutely horrible. And so the dream of mine was I found, wait, let me get to Verizon. I'll never forget getting accepted. And the reason why, number one, by the way, he said, I'm going to accept you is because your personality. That's what he said. He says, your experiences, yes, it's pretty fair, it's pretty good, but your personality with people, the ability to connect with people, I had zero returns the full time I was working at Verizon. Zero. Because when someone wanted an iPhone, they got an iPhone. If they wanted an Android, they got an Android. And so I saw the foundation of when people want something, they want something. But the digital systems, that's where it really changed me and changed my life. And so I had to find a better way of making money because the Verizon route, the 9 to 5 route, it just wasn't paying, it wasn't cutting the bill. So at 30 years old, I actually now am fully debt free because of the system. This is actually why I'm debt free is because of the system. So I paid off my car completely. I go out to hiking, I go to events, I go meet up with friends all the time. And I get to travel with my family. I get to be with my family and actually have that freedom. And now I actually am becoming an actor. Actually, I'm doing film design and editing, and I actually start Wednesday. So this is my passion. I took my passion of, being financially free, and now it's fueling my actual passion of doing film, stage production, and different video editing work. So this is my why, right? Everyone has their why. this is mine because I feel that everyone told me my whole life, you have this incredible personality, you're so outgoing. I said, well, I might as well get paid for being an actor because I feel I can really get into character. So that's me, right? And everyone has their why. Like I get to spend time with animals. That's really my personal, actual, real favorite. It's because I love animals, and that's me, right? And so tonight we have to ask you your why. And I want everyone to participate in the comments because that would be great. I do love that. And I want you to
It really
simply
as
come up.
detailed as you can, not just time freedom, but what
No.
kind of time freedom? What do you want to actually do?
Yep.
It's an exercise,
Start typing
really,
because I
really good
love
for your
seeing
mind.
this because it really it
Absolutely.
gives me a better perspective of what people because it's not what this money does. It's actually you already saw what it does for me. Because I actually am able now to go into college because of Get Fearless Freedom. Just to let you know, that's why.
That's correct.
Because it wasn't 9 to 5. Do you
I
think a
didn't give him
nine
the
to
money,
five?
everyone. Just so everybody knows, he's literally earned everything on his own.
Yep.
Some people are like, well,
Yep.
that must be nice. You got mom and dad, but no,
Yeah, that's awesome. You got mom and dad to pay
no,
for your
he's
MacBooks and stuff. No, no,
no,
no.
he's
Mm-mm.
literally worked everything on his own. And by the way, no one ever gave me a break either. I've
No.
literally all of my mentors, they said, "Here you go, Tammy, go for it." You know, a lot of my friends on here know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, the more detailed that you get with your why, the more that your subconscious will start going to work and you will
Yes.
literally start getting into that
And make it a promise tonight,
make it
guys,
a
that you're going
promise.
to change, not a goal. Goals, by the way, this is my promise, just to let you know, it's not a goal. And by the way, people say, well, don't tell your actual goals to anyone in life. Look, I feel I have a great audience already that's going to support me. So if you see me in a future film, thank you, because I will thank you for that, because everyone deserves persons to support them, because I'm going to support you on your own Get Fearless journey. So by you supporting me, and I've gotten a ton of messages, a ton of people. Valerie, I've gotten so many, even Shannon, she's like, what? That's amazing. I was like, yeah.
Ooh, I
And
like that.
because
Karen did a
everyone
really good one
deserves
right
their
there.
why.
Karen says, I want to build my dream house in Texas. Now that's very detailed. I love
That's
it right
excellent.
there. Very detailed. So the more detailed you can write it down on a piece of paper, even tonight, write it down and then figure out which way and how you fit in. That's literally good right there. That's great. Two miniature. I love it. Two miniature donkeys. Hey, I want a couple
Uh,
donkeys. Can I come over and see
they're
them?
the cutest.
They're cute. Yes, that'd be great. No, it's really true. You know, like I've said to people before, you know, when we were training loan officers, by the way, which we had 22 loan officers up until 9/11. Does anyone remember what happened with 9/11? In New York State, we were mortgage brokers, which we went through a process. We had to be an apprentice underneath. This is going back a few years, by the way. But my husband and I, when Rob was real little, we had to go through an apprentice kind of for 2 years, by the way. So for 2 years, we had to work alongside someone before we got our New York State mortgage broker license. Well, what happened was right after 9/11, all of a sudden when those towers got, hit and then everything collapsed, what happened was New York State changed their predatory lending laws and cut our commissions in half. So I literally had to say one day to our loan officers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you got to go home. So it kind of has haunted my mind. And it might be why I have so much passion to help people online, is because I felt a little guilty. Have you ever had to do
hmm
that? Have you ever had to fire anyone? It wasn't my fault. It was not my fault, right? We don't know how they came down or whatever happened on 9/11, but I felt responsible. Does that make sense?
hmm
So we started other businesses. We tried to hire as many people as we could, but it was not as lucrative as the mortgage broker business. So I just want people to know that that's kind of where my drive comes from. So if I'm sometimes a little like rah rah or a little bit, pushy, not pushy, but lovingly pushy, it's just because of my past. I hope that makes sense here tonight to people. I want people to literally thrive with Get Fearless Freedom. So here we go. Finally getting to the good part.
Here we go. Here we go. Great part here. Of course, what's amazing about Get Fearless is we actually integrated into the one-click funnel that when you guys begin tonight, you're going to fill out how you're going to want to get paid, right? Because that's obviously a very important part. So we have templates where you fill it out. You just are really, it's pretty easy, right? You'll fill it out, and then it's a peer-to-peer payment system. So you can actually, accept either gold coins, you can accept silver, Venmo, PayPal. You can accept, actual like if you create a merchant account, you can accept payment through there, debit, visas, credit cards, you name it. So we broke it down very simple in the back office on that. So it really matters because the simplicity of the system to how to get paid has turned into people getting sales. So you see, this is the actual just we do little snippets like here and there, and we add them and add them and add them because we get actual admin emails of when people make sales. So that's kind of cool. And just like mom, when she actually has been able to duplicate, obviously, because we have the leader here, mom, we have her showing, the pack and actually helping others. So which is cool because again, we're reselling this, but with an easy twist. That's the cool thing. So not the twist like a Dairy Queen, but like the twist of a self-serve business because we made it where instead of like when you make a sale, you feel like some people feel like they're bogged down. Like I gotta have that person make money, and it's ultimately like a gym membership, right? We come down to that. Are they willing to plug in and actually do what we do? Because when people do what we do, then that's where they see that success. So it's like that's where like Kat, she came all the way from Germany 6 years ago, learned the English language. She knew it, obviously, a here and there bit of English, and then she actually was able to make this her entire full-time business working online. So just that right alone, right there, okay, someone that speaks a second of native language, that's like, wow, amazing, amazing, and so that's why with here, we wanted a turnkey business, right? Something with automation, with that one-click payment set up, and then the one-click funnel, which actually creates the link for you right here. That's the back office. That's the actual very simplified. It's modern, it's robust, it's clean, it's still got some, where it's easy to understand, but it's not too it's like a bunch of wherever you want to go at it. If you want to be intermediate, you want to be advanced, you want to be in the beginner, you can do it because that's what Get Fearless is all about, done for you. Right there. It's a duplicatable. As soon as you click on that one click, a full back office is unlocked for you. And so we are the blue jeans, right? Remember that, guys? We're the blue jeans of 2025. So why do we need tools, right? We're getting the meat and potatoes of this all, right? Well, the tools are my mom and I, we said if we're going to be in the space of digital marketing, we're in this type of field of, this type of work. How can we actually give them stuff that they know they can present to the marketplace and make money because they're worth it, right? They're worth sharing this information, you guys, right? But in 2025, right, we said there's got to be a couple new changes. So actually, Kat suggested it to add a phone field. So we added that. We added CAPTCHA, which is like prevents bots and spam and stuff. And we actually added this right here, guys. This is our capture page creator. You're learning about the tools, so I'm going to break it down for you. And then the levels are going to be really easy to understand because I'll explain that. But this right here, this is just a little preview of our little capture page creator. Think of it like kind of like a title on a book, right? Like this book right here. So there's a title, and then there's the middle of it, right? The actual chapters and the sentences and paragraphs. So this is the front where they're going to see it. And so this is they're thinking in your head, wow, wow, that's so simple and clean. There's no different looking backgrounds in there's no palm trees in the background. Yes, because we created the highest converting pages that are needed for marketers out there in the industry. So what we've done is we said, look, we got a problem. Houston, there's a problem. 10-4 over, police coming in. We have a problem because they look like this. That's what they look like. Typically, when you get into a system online, you're going to see any other system out there. They have a lot of this going on. The Windows 98 look, the ask for a pint of blood, they ask for your dog's first, middle name, last name. They ask for all this stuff when all it really needs to be is an email. That's it. And so that's why we created clean, trusted, white capture pages. And this right here with my mom's results, incredible stuff right here. This right here, they literally laughed at our capture pages. Just to let you know, last year there was a guy actually that was like right up the road from us, and it was kind of, this is a funny story. He's like, oh, these capture pages never convert. And in that freaking couple years, what we did, we made this. And that's the guy that is now actually working a 9 to 5 job. And he was a quote internet marketer. So these work, guys. Capture pages like this work because they're clean, they're straightforward to the people's eyes, right? And so we made it very simple for you guys. You can see that's what we did. Simple advertising methods. That's it. So we had the leads. These are the 4 places that you can actually earn the money. It's pretty amazing. So 4 places free tonight. If you gather anything else tonight and you want to just leave and you say, okay, I've learned at least 4 places. I always say the good laws of karma in the universe and whatever you want to believe in. I say if you found it here, definitely want to plug into the automated system with us because these are the 4 places that we want you rocking. So these are the 4 places: Meta, YouTube, Craigslist, and click traffic slash email marketing. That's it. And that's where we break it down very simple. And it's very cool because when you actually plug in to these 4 places, you can actually use our ads that we give you. And so we actually give you the ads, and it's really cool because ads are never, you never see ads like this. Okay, there's Titanic, guys. There's Cash App with the field and the phone and really eye-catching ads that really grab the person's attention. We survived the MLM apocalypse. We have boxing rings with the anti-MLM. So we have actually ads that really grab the eye, right? And you even saw if maybe some of you guys got on the Zoom because there was ads of like maybe, hey, there's no tariffs with Get Fearless. That's the stuff that we find and figure the trends of marketing because you guys want to grab what is trending, right? And so we make all these ads for you. And on day one tonight, literally on tonight, or yeah, day one, you joined Get Fearless. You are given over 150 plus ads right straight to your email. That's it. Very quick, simple getting started guide. You have the email templates. Or sorry, you have the, not that, erase that. Okay, we're good. I meant the actual marketing email, our marketing images. So pretty cool. So we have 4 powerful levels. Here we go. This is the real meat and potatoes. We could have, again, just created a cash gifting program, right? Where it's just a bunch of money transferring back and forth. Whose time is it with the money? Because that's what cash gifting is, by the way. It's here's 500, leaves my hand, comes back to me, and it's a bunch of magic tricks in Las Vegas. We don't want that. We want something with substance. So we started at with the $200 level. As simple and as low as $200, you can begin tonight with Get Fearless Freedom. That's it, 200 bucks, and you are actually getting a $1,000+ value for $200. Now, typically every other system that's out there are actually $297 a month. I'm not going to mention the name, but a lot of people know what I actually mean by that. $297 a month, typically. This is paid one time, and then, of course, you're going to see what we offer with the automation. So, really amazing, only one time for, again, $200, right? The best part is you can upgrade at any level. So, you can always upgrade and go up the difference, right? And so it can be used for any other business to capture the lead, which is so cool because, you're typically on a Zoom, you're on a webinar, you're on a live webby, and you're like, man, this is another system that just I'm selling itself and that's it. No, you actually can use this for other opportunities. Like if you have a landscaping business, you have a real estate business, a window tint shop, or a hairdresser, whatever you want to do, use this system because we know how to market you. So, pretty cool. We got the email marketing down. We have our own email account with Get Fearless Freedom. We also have a $2,000 value mastery level for 500 bucks. That's it. $500 one time, and you get our software, our real nice integration of software with Craigslist, and our side gig hustles, our affiliate integration. And what does that mean, Rob? Well, that means that you no longer have to manually reply when you post classified ads because we are the only one in the industry that has a auto reply software. Now, how does that work? Well, it's very simple. You post an ad on Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, you post the ad in Phoenix, Arizona, or Miami, Florida, or Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or New York City. You post the ad on Craigslist. Ready? And as soon as they see your ad, they click reply and send. Guess what? You can be out chilling at a baseball game with your kids, whatever, right? And the auto reply software automatically sends you or sends them the information on your any opportunity. That is incredible. It literally has an auto reply to anything that you actually want to use this software for. So, you guys have seen the light bulbs moment where it's light bulbs because you can use and you're saying, wait a minute, I could actually sell this right here to a friend that actually has rental properties in maybe Charlotte, North Carolina. Like I know that person needs that software. Well, guess what? There's $500 for you right there. And they have that software auto replying the MLS leads or the real estate listings, and there they got their business flowing. See, guys, ton of great stuff. So, this is what we have as well. My dad and I, we do auctions. We love auctions. My mom, dad really have taught me at a younger age. I'm 30 now, but we actually do a lot of auction arbitraging, like flipping, right? And we said to ourselves, how are these Pawn Stars, the Storage Wars, the America Pickers, how are they getting these items and where are they going and what websites are they getting these? Because we said, well, this was a recent Harley Davidson that we actually picked up. And I know Shannon, you would love this because I know she loves this stuff. But this is a new bike my dad just got, a 1986 Harley. And you're saying, well, Rob, that's just a photo. That's not proof for real. No, that's just another photo. Well, no, here I am. This is with my dad, and we were working on it. We were, fixing out the back side bags. We're trying to get the leather ones on there. But it's just a little light work in progress when that. But guess what? The bike fully runs. It has 700 original miles on it. The guy barely actually drove it. He was a veteran, and he actually, again, we bought it through the auction site. This is over an 18 plus thousand to a $25,000 bike. And we got this thing, you guys see, through where we share how to get this stuff through the $500 level for $4,800. Insane, right?
And he was worried I
And
was
we,
gonna be mad at him.
yeah, yeah, I
My
remember
husband was
that.
worried. He's like, I'm just kind of got to tell you something. I'm like, what? He's like, I just won the bid on a Harley. And I'm like, wow, I was happy. Remember, I support him. He supports me. I was like,
Absolutely,
wow,
guys.
I
Yeah.
was blown away, but I was like, can I ride it? No, I'm just kidding. I just had a knee replacement. I'm not going to ride it right now. I'm good. I just go and look at it. So
Yeah,
I
it's
was the
just
one
so
taking the
amazing.
pictures, by the way, everyone. That's me taking the pictures.
Yeah, mom was taking the photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we love this level because it really is the meat and potatoes of what Get Fearless is all about. And then we branch out into the next level, guys, where we really actually hands-on train you, lights, camera, action. We actually train you what to do with Get Fearless, right? Really actually the masterminds behind that, right? And so this is a 4,000 plus dollar value for only $1,000. That's it. So $1,000, and you actually get on our masterminds every single month. You're able to get on and spend time with us and actually learn really what it's all about. Okay, the 500 level. Okay, this and that, and the training and all that. So we actually give you that one-on-one training that a lot of people really need nowadays. Like I've noticed that just a massive recent trend. People really want to be handheld. Well, what we said, remember, this is a self-serve business, right? It's not hand-holding business because the last thing you want is $1,000 and you feel like they own you. That's not what this is about. This is about automation for everyone, right? Everyone needs to be fairly treated with automation. So we said, why not give it to us with the Zooms? We have the Zooms to actually help you and help everyone. So it's very quite noble of Mom because we have people that actually make sales of lineages down, down, down. Mom don't make a literally a penny. She makes zero and she still trains your people. So this is why, okay, it's important to understand because it's like that's why our masterminds are here because my mom's servant heart, she can actually branch out and help you guys get unstuck in those masterminds. So we also have, faceless and face video. And this is the funny thing is with acting and a career out of that is I always say, if I didn't like the camera, I would be SOL. If I didn't like the camera and I didn't think I could talk in front of a camera, wow, that would not be good. And so many people are so shy, but shy. What was that saying, Mom? What is it about?
I had a mentor one time tell me way back in the network marketing space, maybe Dave remembers this, but shy people have skinny kids. Remember that one?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good metaphor.
Yeah.
That's perfect
I mean,
because
and
it's
the thing
true.
is with Get Fearless Freedom, like I tell a lot of people, if, until you get to like maybe 1, 2, 3 years into working it and knowing the objections and all this kind of stuff, just have me do the callback. Like literally, there's no reason to be fearful. If you have a person responding to an ad, most of it's automated. And look at how many people we have here on tonight, for example. And just ask me the question. That's why we have these overviews. So you can bring people to the overview. You make the money, like Rob said. So there's really no reason to ever be shy. But yeah, that was what it was. Shy people have skinny kids. And it just kind of stuck with me, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we just got done with dinner and we just went out to eat ourselves. So it's just like, it's like, yeah, you just gotta take that leap of faith. This is a 12-year, experience of what I've put together. That's a really neat look at that. Look at Rob. He's really, really getting into these videos, these slides. That's awesome. I love the 2000 level. That was great, Rob. I'm gonna pass it over to you. By the way, you're doing an amazing job here tonight. How many people agree with me? I mean, this is great. Rob he literally didn't even want to, a few years ago, get on a video with me. Did you know that? I had to almost like twist his arm. Come on, please, Rob, can you please help me with a video?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him. He's out here
Yeah, it
these
was
days.
really
It's
hard. It was really hard for
really
me,
hard for
by the
me to
way.
get you on a video. So
Yeah, I had
we've come a long
one of
ways.
our members say and I bring this I bring this to you guys anonymously. I'm not going to say it, of course, who it was, but she said to me the other night, she said my son is actually getting into acting and it was almost like pulling a leg to get him into it for
Hmm.
that part. And I'm thinking,
Yes.
you don't have to pull a leg for me. I'm ready to go and let me do that because the thing is when you have a burning desire and passion to help others and actually be able to plug in, have a system like this, I put these slides together because I want you guys to be able to duplicate. You guys can you invite people to our optional Zooms where they can learn all about this, right? And so it's a very nice setting. So we brought it down here, the $2,000 level, right? We brought it down into a really it's a massive value, but $10,000 value. We try to be pretty conservative about it. And we said, with everything that we really teach, and then also going into the 2000 Fearless Elite level, we said, okay, with everything involved and what we actually train and the live masterminds, it really is worth that because we said it is. And we knew because we do a lot of market analysis. We figure out what is trending, what is not, and we say, with $2,000, we said people do want a mixture of kind of like this top elite type of marketing, right? And so maybe, Sam over here might be like, hey, but I got this method. And then you got Joe over here, and he's like, yo, listen, I want to market this way. So you have different people. You know what I mean? Yo, Adrian, you have different people of marketing. And so you have all
True.
different types at $2,000 level because you say, well, I want to do this. Like, I want to do the postcard mailing. I want to do the offline strategies. And then there's some people that want to go and they want to go, hey, let me put the glasses on and, do the chat GPT techie stuff. So we got it covered, guys, for you. We actually have it covered all the way.
Hmm.
And this right here is so cool because I actually train on AI and how you can use it in business. Because business, the thing is a lot of people talk about like, hey, I'm using AI. They're not really understanding the creative mind behind the user input of AI. Because here's the thing, you can use
Right.
AI, but you're not thinking of the creative things to actually tell it. And that's what I teach you guys on the mastermind. So
Yep.
you get a ton of training, you get a ton of videos inside, self-serve, and within 24 hours, mom actually has this incredible strategy that she does that we actually can get leads right through your actual one-click funnel within 24 hours when you join tonight. So
That's correct.
really cool stuff, automation at our finest, and it's not what you guys knew right tonight because you guys wouldn't be on here. It's what you don't know. And the sales follow-up is really not that good. I mean, I tell you what, like the amount of salespeople out there, there's people selling cars and they follow up one time unless their boss goes, hey there, John, you better follow up with that guy right now. You better really get into the actual follow-up, okay? So this is
I
why
follow
we
up all
come
the
into play.
time. How many people got an email here tonight, by the way? That's my email portal that we invented. There's only one person that owns an email portal online, and that's me. All the other systems, they all make you want to create an AWeber response, put the 30-day sequence in. Does any of that sound familiar? Right?
Oh, yes, very
Right?
much.
Like everybody's got to, say yes. I mean,
Oh,
I'm the only one that has the email portal. I'll show everybody the email portal here tonight.
yeah, mom's gonna share a live portal, and I'm just gonna lightly
Interview.
explain it. She's
Yeah, if
gonna
anyone's on
share
my
it.
Facebook, which a lot of people are right now, I'm going to be going off of my Facebook and I'm going to show people that are jumping on the Zoom. So I'll show everybody the email system and the email portal. It's really, really cool. So if you're not on the actual Zoom live, everybody that's on my Facebook right now, jump on the link that I posted above so that I can share some of the secrets that we have, okay? So yes, I love that. The plug and play email system. It's my favorite.
Yes.
It's my favorite. It's really honestly something that I would get sick of teaching, so I'm just going to be blatantly obvious here tonight.
Yeah,
I
I
would
know, right?
right? I used to teach email follow-up and I'd say to my programmer, you know what? I'm going to have too big of a community. Why don't I just send the emails for everybody? Because you know what? Like Rob said, people forget. Do you guys remember to email your lists every day? Be honest.
I actually even personally I actually forget,
Yeah. So
and
most people
because
forget.
this
Mary
is
Beth,
mom.
Mary Beth loves it when I send out emails, don't you, Mary Beth? If you want to come on
Oh,
and
I do, Tammy. Yeah, I look forward to those every day. They're so good. I mean, they work extremely, extremely well. Love it. And yeah,
yeah,
this is
does
the
it
only
save you
opportunity
time?
out there that has the done free email portal, which is huge. Absolutely huge.
It saves you time, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's all part of the automations, which is wonderful.
Yes, exactly. And the email marketing is still huge. I tell people all the time, you guys want to go over there. I might have a little small chat that we have, right, with the leaders and stuff on Facebook, but most of my stuff is always done in emails. Emails are on the phone. And so, it's just really cool because I can just log in and I'll share my screen right here with everybody. I'll log into I'm already in my back office. So I can share my screen. Rob's going to do the bonuses, but I just want people to see how powerful. Whoops, let me just get rid of this. I go into my portal. I showed this on Saturday because we had a mini Saturday overview. Saturdays, a lot of people are looking for a way to, make some money from home. But you go here, this is my portal. You won't have one like this because you don't have to worry about it. But I just go in here and the subject lines like this. See that? See all the emails I've sent out? 798 days now I've sent out. 798 days. I've sent out almost every single day. Couple days I didn't because of Amanda's baby was being born, my knee surgery, maybe Christmas, New Year's, but like today's like today, or day, excuse me, days like today, I sent out two, for example. So while everyone else is, off doing their things, everybody's just driving traffic, getting people onto their list, right? That's very important. Jackie wanted me to make sure I shared that here tonight because a lot of people don't realize that they don't own Facebook. I know, shocker. We don't own Facebook. We don't own YouTube. We don't own the Messenger, right? So what happens if Facebook goes bye-bye? Does your business? Not mine, because I have a list. See? And I can get people on it over and over and over again. Okay? So that is the big difference between my system compared to other systems. But now Rob's going to share the final finale here, the bonuses. Okay, here we
I'm
go, Rob.
so I get pumped up. I don't even know what way to present this because it's there's multiple ways. I've
Right.
done and I've shared with you guys what this is, but what we've done is we like to take what you've seen and we like to really get you across the finish line. And what I love about this right here, this page, we created a business in a box, and this is something very unique, different. I have right here one of my laptops that I have that I actually am, getting out for Bob. And oops, I accidentally said it, but no, it's okay because you guys are here, right? You're going to learn about it. But what we do is we build you an actual business actually in a box. And it's so cool because our affiliates are yeah, our referring members, our affiliates, everyone's on board with this because they want to see others really win. So just like Marybeth, she's been able to just pop out right and left of these great bonuses. Mom has, we've had so many great leaders, Kat, so many great people have been able to take advantage of these bonuses and actually offer them. So we took everything that you see, all the levels, every single bit. We said, we know that this world that we're in, right? Okay, we deserve value for our money, right? Because I said we could have had a cash gifting program. We could have easily had two, five, 1,000, 2,000. Here you go, exchange it back and forth. But that doesn't leave you satisfied. That does not leave you. You go to a buffet and you're still hungry. So we wanted to say, how can I take my different setups, my actual setup here? How can I take my actual knowledge? Because I'm the tech guy in the whole family. Everyone comes to me. My grandma calls me up. It was 10 o'clock my time. By the way, it was like 1 o'clock on the Eastern. She goes, she goes, "Hi there, honey. Just my internet's not really working that great right now." And I'm just like, "Oh, hey, Mimi." I call her Mimi. That's her name. And I called her that when I was younger. And I said, "Hey there. Yeah, I just went back and forth and I got it fixed." I said, most of the time it is unplugging the router, plugging it back in. And so I'm very techy. I love this stuff. So you are in good hands when you do join Get Fearless because I
Yeah.
love that stuff. So what I said is, okay, instead of like people figuring out all the extra work that they think that they need to do, I said, well, already the system's easy. But what I can do is I can build you to be the next rock star. See, people want, when they join a business, they want to see, are you a leader? Are you someone that's actually in this business? Are you? So that's what I do. I build you up. I make you become the next actor, right? Essentially. So if I had someone and they said to me, and that's the mentorship that I'm going through, but if someone says, "Hey, Rob, well, I'm going to make you the next person, the next whoever." Well, guess what? My teachability index is very high. So I said, well, what would it take for me to go there? Because I'm not someone that's shy. I'd actually want to be there. So that's what I do with you is I take you from your beginning tonight and I'm bringing you to the finish line with this setup. I include my incredible, powerful, ultimate setup built into these laptops and tablets. We even have tablets for you as well if you want. And these are Android
You
tablets,
can have a
Google
choice.
Chrome. You can have a
we can find
choice.
that tonight.
And these are beautiful machines because the hands that they're getting into, they're all going to great homes. And it's so cool because when they get this, it's literally almost like a euphoria that goes about. It's like, oh my gosh, I have a full business in a box. I have my money's worth. I know I can help people. That's what you get with Get Fearless Freedom. You're getting the ultimate setup at the $2,000. It's a $650 plus dollar value. You're getting that wrapped up. And here is just the Google Chrome elite club we have. We have actually some really great people that has actually taken advantage of these bonuses. Kat on here, she loves her Chromebook. It makes it easy because she'll have her regular laptop and then she can swap over to her Get Fearless only zone and actually be on that laptop. And then we have Art. He enjoyed it. It was really great working with him. And we have Valerie on here. She can wave to you guys. I call her you know how they say everyone's a crazy cat woman? Well, she likes to call herself as dubbed crazy cat grandma. And I like to joke with her because she has 11 cats. And guess what? She can even make this business work because she has the tools to actually make this business work with 11 cats around her that she rescued and helped and actually has a very good home for them. So this is why we do this because we conform, as you saw in the 7-minute video, we conform on how you want to get this built, how you want to get this actual business from the ground up. And Darvell, he's enjoying it. We have Charles, he's enjoying his laptop. We even have Dave here. He made a really great video on his Facebook page of him getting his laptop super ecstatic. We have Wyman, we have Greg, and your testimony is next, right? We are bringing out the rock stars, but we have a couple of things, right? Because we love those bonuses, but we also have baseline bonuses. We have Fearless Elite Treasure Trove bonuses. So these are really cool. You have the one-click funnel. You have discounts on that traffic that actually can come into your website and actually have you guys get exposure to your new business you're in, right? And so we have the Monday night overviews. We have the support, the groups, all of that in the Facebooks, the Telegram chats. We have it all. And the marketing content images. Guys, I literally loaded the actual chats like full this week of actual new marketing content, and everyone was able to use that. So whether they join tonight, they join in a week, they join right immediately, they know the content is there because they saw that offer, and we want that for you. So the Telegram here, really awesome chat we got going on. You guys can join in. There's also possible free traffic that can be worked out. Obviously, it can't always be worked out because a laptop, right? I mean, there's certain ones that we can package on how we can do it, but we want to
That's
see
okay. You
where
know what
you
I'll
fit
do?
in.
You know what I'll do, Rob? For anyone
Yeah.
that joins before tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll run 100 clicks. I've already got people lined up anyway for the clicks.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
anyone that wants to join before that has not joined yet, I will actually run their first set of clicks. It's $100 normally. I'll just go ahead and do that for the person that joins. Maybe we'll do it it's got to give me a little time to send you guys the notification to get on the Zoom by 5 p.m. Eastern. Let's do that tomorrow,
Okay.
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. Yep.
That's actually quite, yeah, that's actually new, taking a
So it
new
gives you
turn
some
on the.
time to talk to the honey, the significant other, whoever you want to, partner up with or whatever. And, I always tell people, hey, run it by them before you get into a home-based business because they're going to wonder, well, where are you getting all this money from?
Hmm.
I had one person do that one time and I says, wow, well, you can either keep it from them or you can share it. It's up to you. I have a tendency to share a lot with my family and my friends. So, but this is some of the lead flow. If you want to back up one
Oh yeah,
right
sure.
there. Yeah, this is what you would get into your inbox. So when you get all set up, this is your visual. So when I run traffic, so anyone on here that I've ever run traffic for, you'll know that this is the lead flow, right? Because after all, leads are the lifeblood of your business. When we were mortgage brokers, what did we have to do? We had to advertise. Back in the day, it was really expensive. Did you know we had to actually put out $5,000 a month before we could even get one person through the door? So nowadays, it's very, very reasonable to start up a home-based business. You don't have to have tens of thousands of dollars to start up. You don't have to go and buy a Subway franchise. That's not what we're talking about here, okay? It's a simple online program marketing system where you can earn 200, 500, 1,000, and 2,000. That's just how simple it is. So
And it fits in for everything
it
out there
does.
nowadays. You know, you
Yes,
need this because
absolutely.
who has the Craigslist auto reply software, the done for you emails, the
I have
actual
more customers.
automation?
And this is the other thing I want to mention tonight. I have more customers than I do resellers. So I just
Hmm.
want people to understand that 80% of my database is customers because I have doctors, I have attorneys, I have people that use the system other than reselling it, right? So we have, a lot of network marketing companies that have used this system in order to grow their business. I just wanted people to understand, and I'll share that once I am off of my Facebook. I'll share how I actually do that. But anyone that takes the bonus tonight, we only have one laptop left. So make sure you get back to the person that has invited you here tonight. We're kind of wrapping it up. I just want to make sure I'm going to go off of my. So if you are live on my Facebook, you can jump over onto my Zoom and I'll finish up over here. I just wanted to
Hmm.
share a couple more things before so everybody can make a decision here tonight. Which, like I said, one second here. I gotta find out, where do I stop the live stream? See, if I'm not techie, you don't have to be either. I can never find it. There it is. Stop the live stream. Okay, there we go. So, all right. So we're off of my Facebook, so now I can share a little bit more. I always like to do this because I get a lot of people kind of not, I don't want to say mimicking what I do, but a lot of systems have taken over the years some of the stuff that I do. So I just wanted to share that with everybody here tonight real quickly. Um, Anyone have any questions that is not a member yet? So, and if anyone wants to share their story while I'm doing this, that'd be fine. Maybe a 30-second testimonial. Can we do that tonight? 30-second testimonial. Dave, you want to go first? 30-second testimonial.
Sure.
Okay.
I watched, got in the back office and watched a training that Rob did on Chat GPT, Meta AI, DeepSeek, and Canva yesterday. And after watching that, I created, I don't know whether you saw it or not. Well, I guess you did. Little cartoon picture of me putting postcards in the mail. It says Dave sending cheap, ugly postcards to make 200, 500, 1,000, $2,000 in his sleep, something like that. So I made that after watching that testimony or watching that training.
Forgot to unmute. That's great. There you go. That's a great testimonial. Love it. So Karen has a question. Let me just read it. I have a question about the email follow-ups. You said the follow-up with you is optional. Can you show us what it looks like if someone does not want you to follow up versus sure? So all you would have to do is turn off your in the back office if you don't want me to do the emails for you. Let me see if I can find it without sharing. One second. It's under this tab. One second here. I don't think I've ever had anybody not want me to follow up. You'd probably be the first one. So you would go to this one here where it says done for you emails, Karen. It says right here, I have my get response, set up. So it says right here, we highly recommend that you email your list often. The list you provide us here will be the one that Tammy will send periodic emails. I've been doing daily. Like I mentioned to everybody, people are pretty spoiled by it. Again, $47 a month. I'm putting in my 7-figure email marketing experience in that $47. I don't charge anybody over and above for following up with their leads. Okay. So I'm just letting everybody know that I'm on recording still. Okay. But this is where you would probably turn it off. You can even ask my programmer because I'm not even sure. I don't think I've ever had anybody say that they don't want me to follow up with their GFF leads. Now, if you're using this system for something else, that might be what you mean. Like if you go in here and you create a page, right? And then you create a campaign, which this system I've used to rank to many, many leaderboards. Okay. But you can go in here and create your own campaign and do your own emails because you're going to redirect them to whatever list you have. Okay. and then you're going to do your own broadcasts. So you can do that with another offer. So if you have ClickBank or, you know what I mean, there's thousands of business opportunities out there, thousands, right? Again, like Rob said, we are able to resell and make money because we're the picks and the shovels tools for other offers. That's why we make so much money. To resell this, right? But then you can just redirect it to wherever page you want it to go. See how these pages keep going and going and going and going and going. You can even create a category. But that's a really good question, but I don't think I've ever had anyone ask me that. So you might have to email into support, but I think this is where you would have to change it. Do you know that, Rob? Would she just, if she doesn't want me to do her email follow-up, would you say that she just wouldn't connect it there?
Yeah, exactly. So you have it where it doesn't connect it to the D done for use. Yep.
Oh yeah, you can still email your list while I'm doing
Yeah.
it too. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could on top of it.
On
Yeah,
top
there's
of
a
it,
ton of people that do that.
Some people do that. Marybeth does it, for example, and other top marketers.
It's a good assist to what it's about, you know,
Yeah, I
because
mean,
they
I
get
don't want people to have the perception that I'm actually literally running their business for them for
yeah.
$57. That I don't do, okay? I mean, I'm already running people's traffic. I'm already calling people's leads. I want people to have some interaction with their members that they bring in. I had a couple, and I'm not going to say names again. Last year it was crazy. They made 20 grand in 1 month. Well, they were off and running and doing something else the next month. So I don't look at Get Fearless Freedom as one of those like, smash and grab opportunities. I've had this for going on 6 years, and I just, that was a lot because now I got those 25 people that I'm trying to help. And like Rob said, I didn't make any money from it. I pay my servers and I pay my programmer. That's what the $47 goes to. So how I make my money is my sales, my own sales, but I'm assisting everybody here and I want people to thrive. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, you can, I give long explanations. I apologize. But you can actually email your own leads too. Yes. It's like an assist kind of a deal. Yep. Very good question. Did I answer it all? Cool. But yeah, I'm excited to have you on board, Karen. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun on the Zooms, on the trainings. And I tell people all the time, the older I get, the less I want to train in Messenger. You know how people will join you, but yet you feel like you're like just glued to Messenger. I don't want that. Not especially because I've been holding Charlotte so much and, and grandmother now, but it's not effective. Marketing and getting the person to your website's fine in Messenger, but I don't teach and train in Messenger. So I just want people to know that. Anyone else want to give their 30-second testimonial tonight? But yeah, it's super cool. We've had, like I said, explosive growth, especially since I added the 2000 level. It's really, really taken off. A lot of people want that chunk of change, $1,000. It went really, really well when we launched the $1,000 level. But then when we launched the 2000 level in July of last year, it really, really took off. So I'm considering a 3000 level. Actually,
Yes.
I just talked to Rob about it today. I'm considering a 3000 level. Because you want to know why? Because there's another device that it would be so cool for people to have that Rob could set up. But Rob, he can handle 2 to 3 setups a day, and it's really going viral now, as you can tell. Get Fearless Freedom. And I'm just wanting more and more people to be resellers instead of just customers. I'm going to pull Todd out. He's a customer of mine. He's not so much a reseller, but just to give an example of some of your results that you've had with my capture pages because they're so great with traffic.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. And to what Karen was saying, when I run leads, like I got last month 1,500 leads into my business. I got hired by another company to do promoting for them, and they made a deal, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I couldn't be out and about with
Yep.
GFF yet. So,
Yep.
with that said, I run all mine through the capture page, what got me absolutely tremendous results. Actually, tomorrow they're delivering me a 70-inch TV because I won a contest.
Wow. Look at
Yeah.
that.
And you guys know how I market. I'm a wing and ding, hey, oh,
Yep.
I'm as low key as possible. I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for effective
Mm-hmm.
things that work.
Yes.
And when you have that, you have an edge. You know
You
what I
do.
mean? You can come across and do however you want to do. But I'm telling you, those capture pages, guys, keep them simple and it works.
It's my secret.
But with the Karen
Yep.
question, what I do is I run all my traffic into the system. After they've gone through and I do 4 emails for whatever I'm promoting. If they're not responding, I dump them into my GFF funnel, which is independent. I don't even have a drip in there. Okay. But Tammy gets them twice a day sometimes,
I do.
Hey, that's what it's all about,
Yeah, consistent.
I'm monetizing every click that I get, everyone. If I don't make money on this particular program, I dump them into this category. Tammy's nailing them. Tammy's nailing them, you know?
Yep.
Hey, and guess what? There might be somebody on here tonight. I don't know. I stick around to find out, because I want to work with them.
Yeah, it
But
could
that's
be
how you
someone
can
on
do
here
that.
from your list, you know?
Yeah, you're monetizing, that click you spent 60 cents for, or 80 cents, or $1, whatever. If you didn't find this one, because everyone doesn't like Chevrolets, you know, if they don't like this, give them this. And that's what it's all about. When you gather email lists, everyone's not going to buy from you just because you say, hey, buy my stuff. They're not going to buy your stuff. You get to develop that know, like, and trust. But as soon as they don't buy that offer, you
Mhm.
send them a different offer. Okay. And then when they don't buy this offer, you send another offer. This is how you make more money. You want to make more money, you have a list, just send them a different offer. You know, they'll
Yep,
buy, but you have to create that list and you got to nurture that list,
I
you
agree.
know, and
I agree. I have
I,
so many
I
repeat
love it.
buyers. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I have so many
I,
repeat buyers. I mean, look at this page right here. This page is one that I've used like, probably 3 years now, I think, Rob. And I made sure that I had my programmer program the first 4 pages that convert the highest and solo ad traffic and Craigslist traffic. I got one that's specifically a Craigslist right here. I have my Craigslist account open. I'm always, you know, putting ads on Craigslist. Always, always. I mean, this is one of my secrets that's why I had to go off of my Facebook because a lot of the people, I had one guy saying that he was Craigslist training and he was ripping off my stuff.
Oh,
He was listening to my YouTube channel and then he was listening to it and then he created a $500 program. That was last year. You understand something? I've had this for 6 years, so I've had a lot of people trying to come in and take what I have, right? Because hey, if it's working, Tammy's doing it. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do a different version of it. But, why do that? Why not just plug into the existing system, right? So I have to be kind of careful about what I share before people join because I don't want like some little, person on here to be hijacking something, you know what I mean? If they have ill intentions. But all you do is you just click save the capture page, right? There it is. It's ready. And like Todd said, now it's ready to rock and roll. You did 3 clicks. It took less than 15 seconds right there. I did it in 9 seconds one time. And then you go to the next click. You go to the next stage, create your campaign. So I've done this over and over and over again. But since 2023, the reason why my income keeps going up is because I've focused on one opportunity. It's just one of the
and
secrets.
once you start getting leads, you
Mm-hmm.
can start segmenting your list.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have people opening Tammy's emails. I have those, you leave them there. If they don't open it, move them to a different offer that you have somewhere else. Okay. So, I mean, it's just monetizing your list, guys. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you get better at it.
Yeah, everybody gets better at it. And,
Oh, yeah.
I've taught a lot of different strategies over the past couple of years since I relaunched it. One of them is promoting the Zoom. I
Yeah.
did a free Facebook event. I have a Facebook group. I posted in many, many groups today. It was all free. So the gentleman that I have on here, probably 2 or 3 of them here tonight, it cost me zero money to acquire that prospect in order to get him on the Zoom overview. for example. Now it costs me $5 for a Craigslist ad. It costs me maybe $100 weekly to run my traffic. And then most of everything else is free. Facebook and YouTube, it's free. But when I was a mortgage broker, man, we used to have to, like I said, put out $5,000 a month in order to first get a customer through the door. See what I mean? So we're all pretty spoiled now with social media. There was one thing I was going to share, and it's like I said, I came up with a document tonight. And again, it's the questions I get on the phone are, how much time will this take? I mean, tonight we've been here for about an hour and 40 minutes, and this is the most time I ever really spend in a day. And I do overviews. That's why we do the Zooms now, because of so many people coming in through the funnel, is that we're doing the overviews, and we have one sometimes on Saturdays now because we have so many coming through. But I just want people to know that that's what we do. It's literally, the people say, well, I don't have any time. Well, are you scrolling on your phone right now? Sure you are. You got time to post an ad or to bring someone to a, right? So Marybeth, did you want to share any more tonight, or anyone else? Wyman?
Yeah, I would be
Chris?
happy to, Tammy.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I just love everything, about this amazing opportunity. It just continues to evolve, and it's getting, bigger, and it's getting better, and I'm loving it, loving everything about it. I mean, everything here is so unique. What's here, the features, the tools, the resources, the software, you're not going to find in any other opportunity. And I think that's why we're growing so fast. That's why we're really going viral. People are loving what we have. They're realizing and seeing the value, the potential. And I love that bonus with the Google Chromebook. People are really loving that. Nobody out there is combining the digital with the physical. And that's what's really making a huge difference. I mean, it literally is a complete turnkey business in a box. And people are catching on, and they're loving it, and they're jumping in, and we're able to help so many people to turn their life around and to really help them to transform their future. So it's really exciting, and just love the direction we're moving, and can't wait to see where we're going to be, in just a couple of short months from now. Especially by the time, because summer's right around the corner, and
Yes.
we're going to really help people to be able to take, their dreams and their goals and turn them into a reality by summer. And that's huge for people, because people want to get out there, enjoy life, enjoy their family, travel, and we're going to make that possible for them with what we have here, and really enable people to experience, the true freedom in life. And that's really very uplifting and very inspiring. And I'm so excited. So thank you for all that you do. You and Rob are doing a fantastic job out there.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, Marybeth. We've had a lot of fun times, especially recently. You've had back-to-back $2,000 sales. Everybody congratulate Marybeth. She just crushed it.
Oh, thank you.
My
Thank you. Yeah,
gosh.
thank you, everybody.
Every time
Yeah,
I
it's
turn around,
amazing. It's
Congratulations.
everything that, we have that's really, people are loving it. People are loving it, and it's showing, because it's really, distinct, it's different, and there's just so much value. There's just so much value here to really help people. They just have to plug, be willing to step out, take a leap of faith, get started, plug in, and use all the value and all the resources that we have here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's, a lot of people come to me and say, hey, Tammy, I have lost my job. In fact, I have a gentleman that, and this is the thing about GFF. Some people come to you, they join immediately, they see it, like tonight, everybody's going to join, right? Everybody that's on here, right? A little sublingual, sales going on there, right, Tammy? No, I'm just kidding. But no, some people join right away. And then some people take time, and they're gathering the money, and that is cool. But I mean, that's the thing about marketing. But there's a guy that just lost his job. He just lost his income. So he's looking to get fearless freedom, because he says, you know what? I need to make those 2,000 sales like you're doing. And I says, absolutely. 5 of those is 10 grand. Do you need 10 grand a month to live? Practically almost everybody does. I can tell you right now, almost everybody I talk to on the phone, hey, so how much money do you really want to bring in? Oh, about 10,000. Okay, well, there you go. 5 people. Refer 5 people over. And that's literally what you're doing. You're just referring people to me, right? Has anyone dialed the 800 number just to test it? You can do it tonight. I don't mind. But just leave your message and say, hey, Tammy, I was on the Zoom. I just want, so I don't call you back. Because I will call you back, and I will text you. Believe me, people know that, right? But yeah, you can go call the 800 number. Rob, if you want to flash the screen again, you still have questions, get back to the person. We are literally changing lives. You know, I've worked with Jackie. Jackie, I'm so happy that you're back with us. I've worked with you for many, many years, and you know what? She owes the first commission ever because of my coaching and helping her. She owes the first commission that she's ever made online because of me. And that makes me feel good, and that's why I keep continuing to help people. But this is the 800 number, so if anyone has any question or you know, connect with someone and they really want to talk to me, have them dial that 800 number. But again, if you're a member, just leave a message and say, hey, Tammy, it's me. You know, don't have to call me back. Just as long as you leave me a quick message, I won't call you back. But that you don't have to set up. That's something I actually take the cost on. Okay. So you don't even have to ever set up your own 800 number. Don't worry about it. It's already there on your sales page. And that's pretty cool, in fact, right, Rob? That we have
It's
it all
super cool. Our
integrated.
membership benefits is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the fact, Mom, with the callback, it just worked today. A guy called through
Yep.
and he saw your ad and
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be joining and it's just
Yes.
there's a lot of
Lost his job and he's joining GFF because he saw
yeah,
the ad.
it's what I say is, with Get Fearless, you're actually helping people with what we have in the products, right? Because it's what they can do for them. So when you have these systems that are duplicatable like this right here, you have bridge page creators, you have five of those. You have the capture page creators, like if you think of a thought, you can create it and then make it for you in that funnel. So this is stuff, if you're gonna make money online, I always say a lot of people they either can be a greeter at Target or Walmart or wherever, or share the system or actually be able to not have to do the Uber Eats, the DoorDash driving. I see so many people, Mom, in the valley where I feel for them because it's like this one girl the other night was walking out and out of the condo. I was like, um, yeah, she's like, are you James? I was like, no. And she was younger and she's doing DoorDash. This is on top of her work.
I know.
Okay,
I
so
know. More
this
and more
is this
families
is
have to do
where
that.
we have to expand our minds, even as members. If you're a current member, expand your mind tonight. You attend these are already what you love, and you already know what GFF is about. So share it, right? Share it and actually get it out to the world because these are products that are actually of value. Like I said, could have done the cash gifting, could have done that, but that's nothing when it comes to what we have with the real products. So these products are what are helping people. So share it,
Absolutely.
There's a ton of
Training back
people that
there.
may need, like I said, may need a Craigslist auto reply software. They very well might need it. I sold one just was a couple or was it at one time, Mom, to one of our real estate friends. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah.
remember him.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was John or Josh or whatever, but he bought it and then he used it for his actual real estate
Business.
business in the Phoenix area. So that's kind of cool, I mean, there's people that use this all the time. And another thing is a great reminder to even all members, this is not networking it. This is not belly to belly it. This is not
Yeah,
Dave meeting
no.
up and saying, hey, I'm Dave. This is a sharing process. This is sharing the simple system. It's not networking it. And that's the best part for you guys that are new, is we don't have to worry about that. That's not a networking. It's not that. It's sharing the website, getting them attracted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my closing. We are small little creatures on a little planet, and this is what it looks like, right? This is very small. I got to get this photo. This is a good one.
There you go.
But that is us. We're small, very, very small people. But we definitely all have personalities. We wanna shine bright and be able to help a lot of people, and that's through the system. So.
That's awesome. Does anyone have any other questions for us here tonight? I know we went a little bit longer than we normally do. So if you have any questions, go ahead and you can unmute if you want. Everybody's shared that wanted to share. That's a member, right? Just I appreciate you, Todd and Mary Beth and Jackie. Do you want to share? Come on, you can.
Hey,
800
Tammy.
number. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and give.
Okay.
I'm getting some personal messages, so why don't you go ahead and share with everybody? How are you?
Well, good. I'm happy to be here and looking forward to going hard. But yes, Tammy, everything's falling into place again, and I like the system because there is opportunities out there that don't have anything to connect to an email list or an autoresponder. So I'm happy to be back with everybody and with you and Robert. And I thank Robert for helping me yesterday on a Sunday night. Thank you so much, Robert. And um, I'm ready, Tammy, just ready to get started. But it is getting a bit late, and my kids have to go to bed and shower. But I'm so
Okay.
happy to be here.
Thank you
Yes.
for coming on. There you
Yes,
go.
thank you,
Stay at home
everybody.
mom, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on.
Yes,
I
thank you,
saw your
guys.
kids literally just wow, they used to be little. Now they're big.
I
Like
know
your
they're
daughter just
growing.
turned 8?
She's 9 already, and my son's
9.
10. But you know what's so cute? Like how Robert was saying that he grew, the entrepreneurship just um how did he absorbed it, And
Yes.
my kids, my son, he started selling snacks at school and just recently on Friday and then this week, and he's already made like $30. So I'm so
That's
proud of
awesome.
him. Yes, it's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
Taking after mom.
That's how
Yeah,
Dad did
yeah.
it, Mom. Remember,
Yeah,
he used
I
to
was just
sell
gonna
like,
say, Jackie, my husband started selling very early in school, and he
Oh,
actually used to sell like pencils and racers and stuff like that in school. And then when he was 16, he got into his first sales, which was vacuum cleaners. Anyone remember that? Rainbow vacuum cleaners? Dave, he's shaking his head. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
husband did that for a bit when he was younger.
Did he?
Vacuum cleaners, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now we're
But he
all
was,
so
yeah.
used to like the digital and everything like that in the past 5 years, huh?
Yes, I know.
That's awesome. No, I think
Yes.
Zooms are great because they bring people together from all over the place.
Right? Yes, of course.
It's good.
But thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jackie.
Tammy.
Thank you. See you tomorrow night.
Yes, see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
So tomorrow night's the training, the paid training where I make sure everybody is set up again. No one is left behind. So when you join tonight, you'll actually get an email, a welcome email. I'll send you out the Zoom link for tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Everybody have a great night. If you have any questions, just feel free to give me a call on the 800 number. We're going to rock this week, everyone. I'm excited. So everyone have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Thanks,
8,
Tammy. Thanks,
8
Rob.
p.m.
Thanks,
Eastern.
everybody.
Don't forget.
Thanks,
Mary
Tomorrow
Beth.
guys.
night, Dave.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.